2022 Ford Maverick driving hints. Cold weather precautions. The functional operation of some components and systems can be affected at temperatures below approximately 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Driving on snow and ice. Now, if you're driving in slippery conditions that require tire chains or cables, then it's critical that you drive cautiously. Keep speeds down, allow for longer stopping distance, and avoid aggressive steering to reduce the chances of loss of vehicle control, which can lead to serious injury or death. If the rear end of your vehicle slides while cornering, steer in the direction of the slide until you regain control of the vehicle. On ice or snow, you should drive more slowly than usual. Your vehicle has a four-wheel anti-lock brake system. Do not pump the brake pedal. Breaking in your vehicle. Your vehicle requires a break-in period of 1,000 miles. Avoid driving at high speeds, heavy braking, aggressive shifting, or using your vehicle to tow. During this time, your vehicle may exhibit some unusual driving characteristics. Driving economically. The following may help you to improve on fuel consumption. Drive smoothly, accelerate gently, and anticipate the road ahead to avoid heavy braking. Regularly check your tire pressure and make sure that they are inflated to the correct pressure. Follow the recommended maintenance schedule and carry out the recommended checks. And plan your journey and check the traffic before you set off, and more efficient to do your errands in a single trip whenever possible. Now, avoid idling the engine in cold weather or for extended periods. Start the engine only when you are ready to set off. Do not carry unnecessary weight in your vehicle, as extra weight wastes fuel. And do not add unnecessary accessories to the exterior of your vehicle. For example, running boards. If you use a roof rack, remember to fold it down or remove it when not in use. And do not shift into neutral when you are braking or when your vehicle is slowing down. Shut all windows when driving at high speeds. And switch off all electric systems when not in use. For example, the air conditioner, make sure that the system, the air conditioner, also make sure that you unplug any accessories from the auxiliary power when not in use. Driving in special conditions, emergency maneuvers. In an unavoidable emergency, when you must make a sudden sharp maneuver, turn the steering wheel only as rapidly and as far as required. Avoid the emergency. Apply smooth pressure to the accelerator pedal or brake pedal as needed, and avoid abrupt steering. Acceleration and braking changes, abrupt changes could increase the risk of vehicle rollover, loss of control, and personal injury. If possible, use any available road surface to bring your vehicle under control. Driving during mud and water. Now, be cautious of sudden changes in vehicle speed or direction when you are driving in mud. Even all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles can lose control in the mud. Now, if your vehicle slides, steer in the direction of the slide until you regain control of your vehicle. Now, after driving through mud, clean off the residue stuck to the rotating drive shaft and tires. Excess residue can cause an imbalance that can damage the drive components. Now, if your vehicle gets stuck in mud, it could be rocked out by shifting between forward and reverse gears. Stopping between shifts in a steady manner. Press lightly on the accelerator in each gear. Do not rock your vehicle if the engine is not at normal operating temperature, as damage to the transmission could occur. And do not rock your vehicle for more than a minute, as damage to the transmission and tires could occur if the engine could overheat. Water. Now, if you must drive through deep water, drive slowly. The water can limit traction or brake capability. When driving through water, determine the depth and avoid water higher than the center of the wheel. Once through water, always try to hit the brakes. Wet brakes do not stop your vehicle as quickly as dry ones. Now apply light pressure to the brake pedal while slowly moving the vehicle to dry the brakes. Now driving through deep water could cause damage to the transmission. If the front or rear axle is submerged in water, have the axle lubricant and power transfer unit lubricated, and check and change if necessary. Driving on hilly or slopey terrain. Now, extreme care should be used when steering the vehicle in reverse down a slope so as not to cause the vehicle to swerve out of control. Now, although natural obstacles could make it necessary to travel diagonally up and down a hill or steep incline, you should try to drive straight up or straight down. Avoid turning on deep slopes or hills. A danger lies in losing traction, slipping sideways, and possible vehicle rollover. Whenever driving on a hill, determine beforehand the route you can use. Do not drive over the crest of a hill without seeing what conditions are on the other side. Do not drive in reverse over a hill without the aid of an observer. Now apply just enough power to the wheels to climb the hill. Too much power causes the tires to slip, spin, or lose traction, and you can lose control of your vehicle when descending a steep hill. Do not descend the hill in neutral. Avoid sudden hard braking to keep the front wheels rolling and to maintain your vehicle steering. The vehicle has anti-lock brakes. Apply the brakes steadily. Do not pump the brakes. Now, if your vehicle gets stuck driving on a hilly or slopey terrain, it could be rocked out by shifting between forward and reverse gears, stopping between shifts in a steady pattern. Press lightly on the accelerator in each gear. Do not rock your vehicle if the engine is not at normal operating temperature, because this can damage your transmission. And do not rock your vehicle for more than a minute, as damage to the transmission and tires could occur, or the engine could overheat. Now, driving in sand. When driving over sand, try to keep all four wheels on the most solid area of the trail. Steadily drive through the terrain. Apply accelerator slowly and avoid excessive wheel slip. Do not drive your vehicle in deep sand for an extended period of time. This could overheat the system and a message appear in the instrument cluster display. If your vehicle gets stuck driving on a slopey terrain, it could be rocked out by shifting between forward and reverse gears. Stopping between shifts is a steady pattern. Press lightly on the accelerator in each gear. And do not rock your vehicle if the engine is not normal operating temperature. Again, damage the transmission. And do not rock your vehicle for more than a minute, or it can damage the transmission as well, and the engine could overheat. Now, driving through shallow water. Now, do not attempt to cross a deep, flowing body of water. Failure to follow the instructions could result in loss of control of your vehicle, injury, or death. Now, driving through standing water could cause vehicle damage. Engine damage can occur if water enters the air filter. Before driving through standing water, check the depth. Never drive through water that is higher than the bottom of the wheel hub. And as you can see, the wheel hub is here. You don't want to drive anything above here. Now, when driving through standing water, drive very slowly and do not stop your vehicle. Your brake performance and traction could be limited. Now, after driving through water, and as soon as it is safe to do so, lightly press the brake pedal to dry the brakes and to check that they work. Turn the steering wheel to check that the steering power assist works. Check the function of the following: the horn and the exterior lights. Floor mats. Use a floor mat designed to fit the floor well of your vehicle and that does not obstruct the paddle area. Failure to follow the instructions could result in loss of control of your vehicle, personal injury, or death. Pedals that cannot move freely can cause loss of vehicle control and increase the risk of serious personal injury. Secure the floor mats to both the retention devices so that it cannot slip out of the position and interfere with the paddles. Failure to follow this instruction could result in loss of control of your vehicle, personal injury, or death. And do not place additional floor mats or any other covering on top of the original floor mats. This could result in the floor mat interfering with the operation of the paddles. Failure to follow this instruction could result in loss of control of your vehicle, personal injury, or death. And always make sure that the objects cannot fall into the driver footwell while your vehicle is moving. Objects that are loose can become trapped under the paddles, causing the loss of control of your vehicle. Now, to install the floor mats, they have eyelets positioned on the floor, eyelets over the retention posts, and press down to lock in the position. Repeat for all eyelets on the floor mat. Now, to remove the floor mats, reverse the installation procedure. Now, regularly check the floor mats to make sure that they are secure. That is the driving hints for the 2022 Ford Maverick. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and have a fantastic day.
This is Automotive Reviews. Thanks for watching, sharing, and subscribing. Have an awesome and fantastic day. Much love. And again, thanks for coming by.